All right, and we are back with the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez, here every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern time, here to talk about everything in the world of professional wrestling, all the action inside and out, backstage current drama. We talk about news, talk about superstar news from inactive statuses, injury updates, contract negotiations, extensions, and new signings, from promotions from AEW to Stardom to New Japan Professional Wrestling to the National Wrestling Alliance, from WWE to TNA, obviously NXT, the GCW, also New Japan Professional Wrestling. Whenever if it makes major news headlines in the world of professional wrestling, we talk about it here on this show every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern time, here on the GSMC Sports Network. So just kind of reflect on what we talked about right quick. We talked about our WWE Friday Night SmackDown review, and now we're going to talk about our WWE Monday Night Raw preview. More like talk, because I feel like, get a lot of updates and stuff like that, but it's still so cool to watch it. It's still so cool to kind of see everything unfold right in front of my eyes. But of course, before I do anything like that, I want to remind you guys to go ahead and hit up that super chat, whether if you got a burning question or a hot take in terms of professional wrestling here at the GSMC Sports Network, wants to know, wants to hear about what's been, burning your chest, what you want to get off your chest in terms of anything about professional wrestling. Doesn't necessarily have to be about what we're, kind of speaking of. If you have anything like a hot take, be like, I hated John Cena. I'll be like, whoa, damn, all right, we're going to talk about that. I'm just kidding. No, but like, obviously, if it's something that's a hot topic, definitely got to love about it. Shoot me your opinions about AEW's Wrestle Dream. Also, don't be afraid to share. We are all ears. This show is all about keeping the conversation going, keeping the party lively, making sure your voice is part of the mix. So don't be shy and drop your thoughts inside that chat. And if you really, really, really want to make sure your comment, question, or concern gets noticed on the show, why not use that chat box that says super chat? It's the dollar sign. Make sure you hit it. Send in your message. Whatever you say is going to be featured on the show to be debated about, to be talked about, or to kind of have a nice back and forth conversation between us and the viewers. A lot of audience engagement is all about, to be honest, in my opinion, what I'm all about in terms of the podcasting community. I just don't want to be yelling at the mic for an hour straight. We definitely love to hear about what you guys have to say in terms of professional wrestling. Kind of want to take this podcast as if you're like someone, going to a bar or a social gathering and, you're a wrestling fan and you're like, man, and then you look over to this next person and they're a wrestling fan as well. Kind of that comfortability, kind of the, just to feel calm, cool, collected, to be opened up to Eric, your favorite wrestling fan from the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast. Definitely love hearing from you guys. Obviously, we are super grateful for each and every one of you guys who joins us here daily on the GSMC Sports Network. Your support makes all the difference. So let's keep the conversation going. Send in those super chats, those super stickers, because you guys are super awesome. And, together we will make sure this podcast is bigger, better, and stronger than ever. Once again, super chat, not your thing. Go ahead and hit up the tips and donations link at the gsmcpodcast.net. Of course, tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. Just remember to Superman punch that like and subscribe button to the show. Follow the show, follow the network here at the GSMC Sports Network. We do love a lot of peace, love, and positivity 1,010% of the time. But of course, in terms of sports, nice little friendly, criticism, the banter is all, that's what it's all about. So, don't be afraid, even if it's a negative comment, criticism. Hey, feedback is a gift. We definitely love how to be better as a podcaster. Most importantly, how to be a better wrestling fan. Make sure, don't be shy. Don't be shy and just hit it up. Let's talk. Let's have a nice little, conversation going. All right, we're going to talk about some Monday Night Raw talk. I got a Monday Night Raw talk in the chat right now by my man, Logan James. Bianca is the next John Cena and cheated. And feel like a big star in WWE. But Bianca and Jade needed to cheat by beating Damage Control tonight. This is why I don't like Bianca and Jade. That's actually quite shocking. They kind of have this baby face mentality, and it's can't wait to watch it, can't wait to see. But I know Damage Control is kind of alluding to a baby face drop. But Bianca and Jade, they have been so successful in the women's tag team division. At first I hated that they tag team together. I thought it would ultimately, I was like, why would you want to put the two top singles women's superstars, especially on SmackDown, where it seems like you only have Nia Jax, Bayley, and maybe Tiffany Stratton, who could really hold their own, holding the company, abroad with the WWE Women's Championship. So I was like, okay, having this happen, maybe having them, Bianca and Jade kind of turn heel, it could be interesting. I ultimately feel like Bianca, any surrounding storyline around her, like you mentioned, John Cena, like you mentioned, her being a big star in WWE, she's gonna get attention. She's gonna get attention. She's gonna have fans. She's gonna be hated. Much like you see, CM Punk, like fans still hate him. Superstars still hate him, but hey, like he still, he does what he does in the ring, and if you like him, you like him. If you don't, then cool. Like, you know what I mean? But ultimately, like, that's kind of crazy. Obviously, I can see why they would put the belt on Damage Control. I feel like they would open up that women's tag team division more, widely as opposed to Bianca Belair and Jade stay the champions. But wow, that's actually pretty damn interesting. All right, Monday Night Raw. It's going to be in Evansville, Indiana. Sorry, at the Ford Center. Like we mentioned before, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill will defend their WWE World Women's Championships against Damage Control. But we just found out from my man Logan James that Bianca Belair cheaters. I'm just kidding. No, but kind of crazy, kind of a trip that they had to cheat to win the championships. But hey, honestly, at the end of the day, you got to do what's good for you. And Bianca Belair and Cargill kind of have that, that killer instinct that I feel like will rub the WWE universe the wrong way. But ultimately, they're just tenacious. You know what I mean? They're just tenacious. All right, next we have Bron Breakker taking on Kofi Kingston. Will this possibly be a way for Kofi Kingston to kind of sway Xavier Woods back into his, back into this whole New Day union? I don't feel like if Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston breaks up, I feel like it would do more harm than good. Maybe sure you get that, you get that shock factor. And then everybody's like, oh my God, posting all over social media, tagging WWE. They get millions and millions of views and hits. But in reality, 2 or 3 months down the line, you have nowhere to put Xavier Woods, ultimately hurting and killing his career with WWE when they decide to break up tag teams. Kind of, especially with a tag team that's been together as long as the New Day. Like, if it was like a newly formed tag team, it was like, hey, we tried it, didn't work out. Guess what? I'm gonna turn my back on my partner. Like, it's understandable. You know what I mean? I can comprehend that. But if you have something like that happen, we just have a waste. Like I said, doing it for the shock value. I don't want to hear that. But I think Bron Breakker will come out victorious. Next, we have R-Truth taking on The Miz. Will The Miz be visited by the Wyatt Sicks? Possibly could be exactly what the Wyatt Sicks were waiting for. Fighting broken men who have, turned on their former friends, their tag team partners. You saw it happen with Chad Gable with the Alpha Academy. It could definitely happen tonight with the R-Truth. They protect R-Truth. They protect the people who are defenseless, who are weak, who will not like R-Truth is weak. Like, I just mean in sense of like the character and their momentum heading, of course, heading toward Monday Night Raw. But I don't know, it should be interesting. Speaking of the Alpha Academy, we have them taking on the War Raiders in the War Raiders' first ever match. They're coming back, both of them coming back from injury, so this should be interesting to find out. Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton team up to take on Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Obviously, a lot of WWE crown jewel implications heading toward there. Should be interesting. Cody Rhodes and Gunther will be face to face. Who will take home that title? The WWE Crown Jewel Championship, Raw or SmackDown? Kind of like a nice little compensation of how on Survivor Series you used to have the WWE champion taking on the World Heavyweight Champion to kind of have brand supremacy. You kind of saw it. You kind of saw it hinted on SmackDown when Nick Aldis was confronting Cody Rhodes, being like, "Hey, I need you 100%. I need your head in the game because you need to bring that title to SmackDown." Basically, like basically saying that, "Hey, I care. I want you to win." Like, you know what I mean? I don't want it to be any other way. So, I kind of like how they're incorporating that kind of aspect, kind of that point of view in terms of the storylines heading toward Crown Jewel. Because let's all be honest, like Crown Jewel, like I said before, usually you don't have any big storylines explode. You don't have any big main title exchanges. This is kind of like WWE's way of compensating just to make it seem like it just means that much. Like, you know what I mean? You put Gunther against Cody Rhodes, which is an amazing match, by all means, an amazing match. But I feel like there's going to be some muddy waters here. Maybe Kevin Owens or I don't know. I just feel like it's I don't think Cody's going to win. I think Gunther's going to win, but it's not going to be cleanly. And then of course, obviously Nia Jax taking on Liv Morgan is going to be a good one as well. But yeah, it should be pretty interesting. Our Rhea Ripley is set to call out Raquel Rodriguez. So what's up with the new tag team titles? What's up with the tag team titles? I don't get it. I don't get it right now. You have them basically being the only reason why Judgment Day is, kind of relevant in the storyline on Monday Night Raw. And and I don't say that with pleasure. Like, you know what I mean? I don't say that with pleasure. I say it, with kind of hating it because I know with the right push, with the right storylines, all those superstars, even Carlito, it could do so much good for their so much good for their, for their careers. I want to see Finn Balor ultimately take up that spot as the leader of Judgment Day. I don't want to see him as a tag team champion. Like, I don't. And, right now the tag team titles on Monday Night Raw are weak. It's a weak division. You're getting the War Raiders back. SmackDown, as they're getting the Motor City Machine Guns. It feels like both tag team titles are kind of up in flux right now. They don't really have a stable champion. They don't really have a stable division, which ultimately sucks. And you see Monday Night Raw going to 2 hours, which could possibly hurt both the tag team division and of course the women's division as well. But I don't know. It's just I this is a huge reason, and I know most of you guys are gonna blame me on my nostalgia here, but I think this is a huge reason why you shouldn't have the New Day break up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know they've been tag team champions before. Like, we get it. It might be a little bit too stale, might be a little bit too old. But as a WWE fan and part of the WWE universe, I don't see that. I don't take that perspective. I don't take that, I don't take that stance in this argument. I feel like the only way to basically night and day solidify, the tag team division and the tag team titles to be prestigious, within a blink of an eye, within a snap of your fingers, is to put the titles on a veteran tag team like the New Day. It brings Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston back together. Big E is months. Like when I say months, I'm not talking about months, like days, like weeks of coming back to form this New Day thing once again. If he comes back and there's no New Day, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen with Big E? Of course, like you see them on the USA Network hosting the Scare Tactics show, so I don't know. I feel like for the tag team division, keeping the New Day together would be better. I ultimately thought they were supposed to win against the Judgment Day, but of course, having this character conflict with Xavier Woods, the fans getting scared, backstage superstars are kind of looking at Xavier Woods like, "Hey, dude, what are you doing? You're gonna turn your back on your partner?" Like the LWO, he fought Rey Mysterio, took off his mask by accident. You kind of have this guy who really is conflicted with himself, needs a win to kind of have this redemption story, this storyline being told by WWE in terms of Xavier Woods at this point is extremely crucial. It could end up, it could be bad, it could be good. And when I say good, even if he turns heel, but if they find the right storyline, it could be good for his career. But right now, how the tag team division is suffering on Raw, it's bad. It's bad. The tag team division on Raw is really, really bad. So this could possibly be a way for the New Day to kind of be revamped up. I would honestly kind of prefer it because at Kofi's age, and Biggie coming back from a major neck fusion surgery, and Xavier Woods kind of being that young stud, not being able to establish himself within the singles kind of category. You saw how long it took Jey Uso to become Intercontinental Champion. And I think about it, I'm like, I don't see Xavier Woods fitting in any of the divisions. I don't see him contending for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I don't see him going to SmackDown and contending for the WWE Championship. I don't see him contending for the WWE Intercontinental Championship on Raw. I don't see him going to SmackDown and contending for the WWE United States Championship. Like nothing makes sense for this guy except for to be tag team partners and be loyal to his partner, which I hope at the end of the day will happen. But of course, right now, during this new day and age of the Paul Levesque era, right now it's been nothing but good. So perhaps maybe he has something up his sleeve to make this storyline work, to make it, more believable. But most importantly, leave it good for the WWE universe. You know what I mean? Like I said, I just don't want it to be done for the shock factor. That'd be terrible. That'd be absolutely terrible. Will Damian Priest call out Finn Balor tonight? What is next for the American Made? Will Bronson Reed address what Seth Rollins said? And will Drew McIntyre, much like his counterpart CM Punk, address his future in WWE? All of it live tonight on WWE Monday Night Raw on the USA Network. So make sure you're tuning into it right now. Like I said, it already aired on the East Coast, so I have it recorded. Can't wait to watch it. And yeah. All right, guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to talk about our AEW Wrestle Dream review. Going to give you guys my overall analysis. So do not go anywhere, and we will be right back. So, hey, do not go anywhere.